Good morning or afternoon or evening, whatever time of the day you're watching this. What's up? How are you today? Happy hump day. It's Wednesday when I'm recording this. And, I'm excited to be here, guys. I hope that you woke up today excited for whatever it is that you're doing. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to share that with you today. And I'm excited to talk about this particular topic on the process. Welcome to the show. If you don't know me, my name is Tawana B. Smith, and I come on here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to talk to you about something having to do with live video, being comfortable on camera, and business in general, and just sometimes mindset in your life. So that is what we do 3 times a week here on the show. And today I want to talk to you about, I want to share some professional performer tips to help you be more comfortable on camera. Okay. Think about it. Are you intimidated with live video, or you're nervous with getting on camera, or, just being comfortable on camera so you never really do it because you're avoiding that? Well, if you answered yes today, that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to share 3 tips to help you get over the hump and hopefully decide to hit that record button. If going live is in fact something that you want to do, you've been putting it off, or even if you do it, but you still aren't as comfortable with it as you would like to be. So that's what we're going to talk about today on the show. If you're watching this live, if you're watching it on the replay and you just want to leave a comment, you want to say what's up, please do that. I always like to go back into the videos, watch the video, see the comments, even if I don't respond to you live, and just reply to you in the comments. So never feel like you cannot share a comment and that I'm not going to see your comment and respond to it, but I will come back and respond to it. Okay. And you can tell me where you're coming in from. And please do share this out and invite people, because I know that other people who could use this message, even if it's not 100% for you. Maybe it's for somebody that that wants to do it, and you've been hearing them talking about it and sitting on the sidelines. So please share it out. Invite. Sharing is caring. All right, so let's get into these tips. And the tips that I'm sharing with you today, good morning, are this is based off of my experience as an actor. Some of you know this. Some of you, I've shared this with you before, where I spent many years performing off Broadway, performing in front of the camera and video when I lived in Los Angeles. I grew up from New York and from Brooklyn. And I knew for a very long time that I wanted to be in front of people in some way. I wanted to be a performer. I wanted to be an actor. I knew from a very, very early age, watching Facts of Life. I think it was Facts of Life that made me, I don't know if it was Facts of Life. Facts of Life actually made me want to go to boarding school, but I don't know what it was that made me decide that I wanted to be on stage, that I wanted to be in theater. And so I pursued that dream from very early on. And although I'm not in it, doing it right now because I'm raising my family, I still bring with me, I still have that training with me. Good morning, Podmate. So, why in sharing what I've done with you is because I know that training can serve someone else. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today. When you get on camera, right? So whenever I was sharing this story with a networking group the other day, when I used to get on camera, or I'd have to prepare a script, the key word is that I had to prepare. Right? I had to prepare my lines. Memorizing lines is a process. You're sitting with the script for hours. You're talking to yourself for hours. You're saying these words for hours, and you're getting your rhythm, you're understanding, you're knowing what words you're saying, but you're preparing. And before you get on camera, you have to prepare. It's just like a speaker. You have to prepare before you get in front of people. So if you're approaching live video with the mindset that you're not going to have to do some preparation, then you're going at it wrong. You do have to do preparation. Preparation is going to help you empower you to make you feel more comfortable, because you already know what you're saying. You might know how you're going to start your video. If you don't prepare that, you don't even have your sea legs on you if you don't do that. You've got to do that before you even approach, oh, I'm going to get in front of the camera, right? So It's the same thing when you are speaking in front of a room of people, right? So whenever we would get on stage, we'd have to prepare in front of an empty theater. Whenever we were about to get on camera, we had to prepare in front of a mirror. So I would have to learn at least those first few lines before I got in front of the audience. Whether it was a live audience or whether it was a camera audience, I had to at least prepare those first few lines. And that's what I do here on my live videos. I take a moment, I write down a few of the pointers that I want to make sure that I hit when I'm talking, just like I did today. But I know some of the first things that I'm going to say. I know I'm going to say to you, I have like a format. Hey, you guys, how you doing? Whatever day it is, I'll tell you the day, welcome to the show, tell you my name, and then I'll tell you what we're going to talk about today. That is almost robotic. You know, I mean, it's loose, but it is a bit of a format. And so you've got to approach it with, these are the first things that I'm going to say. And because it's live video, you know, it's going to be fluid. It's going to flow, and allow yourself to do that. But preparation is super, super key. You've got to go into this knowing that you're going to prepare. Whenever you've spoken in front of anyone, in front of a room, maybe you've given a small speech, maybe you've done a workshop, maybe you've been interviewed for something, you did a bit of preparation before you sat down and opened your mouth. So with live video, it's the same. You have to do the same thing. Yes, you have to prepare for all types of presentations, which is what Alan said. The other thing, and I posted a graphic a couple of days ago to give you a sense of what it's like to talk on camera, to talk in front of the audience. When I'm talking, what I try to do is I try to visualize, right? So even in the theater, I try to visualize one person that I'm talking to, right? So if I write a newsletter, if I write a blog post, or I get on camera, though there might be a bunch of people, right? Sometimes there's 0 people. Sometimes there's a bunch of people that might be watching it live or that might be watching it on the replay. But I'm not trying to talk to a bunch of people. I'm trying to talk to you, right? You, the person that needs to hear this. I'm looking directly into the camera, and I am trying to make a connection with you. I'm talking to you. My message is for you. My message isn't for 1 million people. My message is for that one person. And so if you can approach it when you're getting on video, you're going to do video, or even if you're going to be on stage, that I am trying to connect with one person, then that will quell any of the nervous inside emotions that you have, that, oh my goodness, I'm talking to a lot of people. Even when you say to yourself, oh, you know, I don't like the way I speak, before I couldn't stand my voice. Like I would never, whenever I would do a commercial or I did a show, anything like that, I never actually used to like to listen to myself or watch the replay, watch the video of it, because it was sort of this weird out of body experience. But then I had to get comfortable with doing that because I wanted to know how I could improve myself. And so that's what you want to do as well. You want to make sure that you are watching your replays, as uncomfortable as it might feel at first, because we're like super duper critical of ourselves. Just watch it so that you can, you know, learn, well, can I do a little bit less of this? Can I do more of that? Can I make sure I engage with people? But more importantly, am I looking into the camera to connect with people? I'm talking to one person. Maybe I'm just talking to Barbara today. Maybe I'm just talking to Alan today. Maybe I'm just talking to Celie. Maybe I'm just talking to Priscilla. I'm talking to one person. I'm not thinking about all of you guys at one time. It's even when I write a newsletter, when I do send them out, or I write an email, I'm writing that email, I'm connecting with one person. That's it. If I think about a gazillion people, I'll go crazy. I'll be like, oh my gosh, you know, everybody kind of gets that stage fright. But you're talking to one person, because you might do something and only one person gets it at that time. Maybe the message isn't for everybody at that particular time. Maybe it'll be for them later on. But at that particular time, one person is who you are connecting with. I remember even when I do like photo shoots, when I used to do photo shoots, the goal to get the best photo when it came to doing your headshots was to connect with the photographer on the other side of the lens. And so I always wanted, you know, male photographers, because it was easier to sort of like evoke certain feelings from, I mean, it wasn't that I chose, it was just like my path. I only had male photographers, but, especially if you're trying to capture the eyes in a certain way. He is behind that camera. And so I know he's behind that camera. I'm not thinking of the hundreds of agents that would see that headshot, or, you know, a casting director that see the headshot in that moment, right? And this is what acting is all about. Performing is all about. It's about the moment. It's about that particular moment right there. In that moment, I'm connecting with him through the lens. So if he's playing music, or if he's talking to me, he's asking me to head up, head down, this way, that, whatever it is, I'm trying to please him in the moment. So it's coming through the eyes so that it can come across on the photograph. And it's the same thing when you get on video. You are trying to fulfill one person on the other side of that camera in that moment. Not 100, not 1,000. If 100,000 people see it, that's great. But you're trying to connect with one person at one moment at a time. All right. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3. And here, look, I've got notes just to let you know that it doesn't all come off the top of my head. Like, I prepare certain bits of notes. Again, going back to preparation to know exactly, well, here's some of the things that I want to talk about. And then the rest of it I let be fluid. The third thing, and the most important thing, is that you need to practice. You need to practice over and over and over again. You know, you cannot look at what other people are doing or how other people are coming off or appearing on camera and compare that to yourself, right? You know, like, look at yourself in a bubble. You are you. I am me. You can't compare yourself to me. You can't compare yourself to your girlfriend. You can't compare yourself to this influencer or whoever else, this actor. You have to stay in your lane, because we each have our own gifts and the things that make us uniquely us and make us great. So you cannot look at what other people are doing and judge that against who you are or what you do. So understand that if you see someone who is on video and it's just like great, or they're natural, they have practice. They have practice. Even if someone says, oh my gosh, you're natural on camera. Well, I've been on camera. I've been on stages. I've been in front of people. So you cannot, please never compare yourself to me, to your friend, to anyone else, because you don't know how much practice they've put into it. You don't know if they've even done a video before they went live and did the video to you. That could have been their 3rd, 4th, 5th take, right? They practice, but you have to practice, and you have to do it over and over and over again. If you don't go into it thinking that you have to practice in order to get better, you're doing yourself a disservice. It doesn't come naturally to everybody. And even the people who do come naturally, you mess up all the time, and that's okay, because that's life, right? But you do have to practice in order to improve and in order to get more comfortable on camera. Anytime I get in front of a stage of people, no matter how many times I've been on stage, no matter how many videos I've done, or who I might have, performed with, there's still a bit of nerves. There's still a bit of nerves, because there's a vulnerability that happens when you have to talk in front of people, right? So, get in touch with that vulnerability and understand that in order to get over it and in order to get more comfortable with it, you got to do it over and over and over again. Okay. So you're not going to get it perfect the first time. You're not going to even get it perfect the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th time. I'm not perfect. I mess up all the time. The video from the other day, I was like, I couldn't find my words. And sometimes it is like that. That's what happens. That's what happens. Even speakers, they mess up, but they keep practicing and they get better with it over time. So I want to give you some action steps. I told you, some of those professional tips that, I did. Just to recap. The very first thing I said is that you need to prepare. Preparation is key. You got to prepare your lines, maybe prepare your clothes, but you need to prepare. The second thing is that you need to visualize talking to one person. That might be practicing, in front of one person that practicing speaking to one person, maybe going live to yourself. And then the other thing is that you need to practice. So the action steps, this is the first thing I want you to do. I want you to do a quick draft of a topic that you can do live, that you want to share with a live audience. Do a quick draft of it so that you are prepared when you go on video, right? Write out three main points, 3 to 5 main points that you want to discuss. And at least when you have that draft, you can then either go live with it or you can do a pre-recorded video with it. All right. So that's what you're going to do with number 2. Number 2, take that draft that you put together of 3 points. Let's just do 3. Okay. Just to start off, let's take baby steps. Take that draft and practice talking to yourself. I know you're like, oh, that's crazy. I'm talking to myself. Talking to yourself in the mirror is how performers prepare. Singers prepare. They're always singing around their house, or they're singing in front of the mirror. You know, if you're trying to control your facial expressions, you know, actors, live actors, theater actors, recorded actors, but actors who perform on video, you know, you practice in front of the mirror to know, all right, like I'm trying to evoke this emotion. What kind of facial expressions should I try to work with? Okay. So you want to practice in front of the mirror. You need to get comfortable looking at yourself. Okay. Get comfortable with it, but understand that the way you see yourself is not the way other people see you. So get over that as well. Because the way I see me is not the way people have told me that they see me. So just to let you know, we all go through that. All right. Again, so while you're practicing in the mirror, visualize the one person, give him or her a name and visualize that you're having that conversation with them. Right. So maybe I'm visualizing right now that I'm having the conversation with Ramala. Right. I know I just called out your name. She may or may not watch this video, but I might visualize somebody's name right now to make it a little bit more comfortable for me and to make sure that I'm connecting through that camera. And then number 3, go live. You can go live to yourself, right? Or you can do a pre-recorded video and watch the video, or share it with somebody that you trust who can give you constructive criticism, constructive feedback on what they felt they got from you on the video, or something that they feel like you can improve upon. And, you know, watch yourself again and just get comfortable with that. Get comfortable with it, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, because we all do it. So right above me right here, I left a link. Okay. So I want to tell you 2 things. If you want more tips like this, I have a 5-day video email sequence that you can opt into that gives you each day tips for being more comfortable on camera. And that's completely free. The link to that is bit.ly/live start. Okay. So let me do a new text overlay really quickly for you guys. I'm going to put it up there. bit.ly/live start. Okay. And, it's right on my face. That's it right there. And that one right there is free. That's a free 5-day email course for you, and a video email course, and every day is something for you to work on so you can take baby steps, because I kind of threw 3 things at you today and it might be too much at once, but if you want to take baby steps, definitely take a look at this. Above that, so if you've been watching me for a while and you're like, you know what, I actually want to go deeper with her, I trust her, I know her, I am tired of sitting on the sidelines, but I want to know what that looks like. All right. I want you to go to this link up here, and then you can book a 20-minute session with me, 15-20 minutes, and we'll just talk to see what might be the best thing to suit you for whatever it is that you want to do. Bookme.name/TawannaBSmith. You can go and check that out. These aren't clickable links, so you need to type it out. I'm sorry, I made you do a little bit of work, but either one of those, you know, here's a freebie. Here up here is like you're serious and you're ready to take the next step, because I really want to help as many people as I can, and using my experience as a performer, because a lot of people who might be coming on here telling you how to, you know, get on live video, they don't have that experience of being an actor and knowing how to use some of the real techniques that you use as a performer to do this thing the way I'm doing it, and to get you more comfortable on camera. Okay. All right, guys, have an awesome rest of your Wednesday. Go out there, rock it, you know, be your true self, be bigger, rule the world, build your empire, all of those great things. Most importantly, do me a super duper duper trooper favor. Share this out after you're watching this, you know, invite people. And when you share on Facebook, It's better when you share something, like when you share someone's post or you share someone's video. I'm going to tell you a little tip about engagement. Write a little bit of something above whatever it is that you're sharing, instead of just like clicking link and sharing, because it just kind of looks flat. You know, put a comment on it. You know, that's your way of telling me what you thought about it. I try to, when I share something from someone's website or someone's page on Facebook, I try to put a little blurb on top of it, like, hey, my girl rock this, or, you know, check out what my friend says in this blog post about such and such, just to prepare people. And it's a more engaged way of getting the people that you're sharing with interested in maybe checking it out. So I appreciate you if you do that for me. I really, really do. I can't tell you enough how I appreciate that. I am not one to ask for things, and I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at having people help me out, and asking for it. So I do ask that of you, and I appreciate you anytime you do that, every time you do it. And make sure that you leave me a comment. Tell me what is, you know, your biggest hang up with live video. I'm telling you, that is the way that we are moving more and more in, you know, social media land. So get on the ball, or pre-recorded video, some sort of video. You're going to have to do it. All right. To stand out. Honestly, Alan, you are so welcome. Oh, it's hard to see the white print. I am sorry. When you share it, it doesn't let you enter text. You have to, when you share it, you have to do share and you have to do write post. So, if you just do a plain, like, share to your profile, there's like two different options when you're sharing content from someone else's site, someone else's Facebook page. There's either like share now or write post, something like that. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that's what you do in order to be able to write a blurb on the top. And I'm going to figure out how to change this. I'm going to figure out how to change the text color. I just don't know how to do that yet. But I'll figure it out. You know, I'm still learning this. I'm still learning this system right here that I absolutely love. And when I figure it out, you guys will see this text change. I have no idea. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, I see it. There we go. I think that's it. Ah, I did it. I did it for you live. Look at that. There you go. Bam. I just changed the color live. Ah, technology is awesome. All right, guys, have a good one. I will see you later. Wednesday? Friday on The Process. Have a good one. Bye.